Yo, tap in, we talk that game. NBA pick and roll, know the name. Get the scoop on hoops, night by night. Latest news, we break it right. On the court, off the court too. Trade talks, takes, and the hot hand truth. Who's hot, who's not, we call that shot. We seen the streaks and the cold spots. Player of the week, shine real clean. Bum of the week, know what I mean. We debate, we laugh, we break it down. One more take from the whole damn town. Get the scoop on hoops. Get the scoop on hoops. Who's hot, who's not? We call it like we watch. Get the scoop on hoops. Get the scoop on hoops. Player of the week. Of the week. From the box score to the block party talk. Fast break facts when the big step out. Guard got sauce, forward got grind. Center on the glass with the old school mind. Friendly debate when the takes get loud. One says yes, one says nah. Good crowd. Stats get spun, but the eye still know. With the fourth quarter cold, we let it show. No fake love, just hoops and proof. Every week fresh, every segment tune. Pull up, post up, let the whole crew hear. NBA pick and roll that weekly ear. Get the scoop on hoops. Get the scoop on hoops. Who's hot, who's not? We call it like we watch. Get the scoop on hoops.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the Pick and Roll Podcast. I'm here with my guy, Coach Ed. I'm sure Blaze and Rios will pop in whenever they can. How you doing, Coach? We got a lot to talk about today.
Yeah, I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Had a personal trainer today, relaxed today, and then now I'm here. So we got a lot to talk about here. Of course, LeBron is the biggest thing. Still, it's going to be the biggest thing for like another week or two, maybe even longer. Who knows when that decision is going to be made?
Yeah,
Who knows?
yeah. I mean, it's going to be a minute. So, I think so. He's going to sit back and enjoy himself and let things marinate. So, but seriously, look, I think he's going to try and see who gives him the best option to win a championship outside of New York. So, whether it's Philly, whether it's Cleveland, Miami, Golden State, whoever else comes to the table, so let's see.
Let me ask you this, though. Do you buy the fact that, let's say, hypothetically, you guys did not win a championship? LeBron would go there. But since you guys won, he's not going to go there. Do you buy that? Like, well, I don't buy that at all.
Here's the argument for it. Okay, everyone talks about his egotistical aspect and all this and that. How he. What's up, player? How are you?
I was feeling like an old Orlando shirt today. I had to penny it up. It's been a minute.
You're going to talk about old Orlando, and I put that what's it called in the chat. Come on, bro, don't go there. Don't go there. So, no, let me stop.
Not that old.
Yeah, no. But getting back to your question, Mitch. People talk about it's all about him and this and that. So if he feels that he could be the savior in New York, if New York didn't win it, then yeah, it makes sense. It would, in that aspect, yeah. He would say, I'm coming in and I'm going to be the savior and I'm going to help New York. And, no matter what, it's just going to be another notch on his belt. Typical guy, I thought. So, but on the flip side, would New York really want him? Would Jalen Brunson really want him? Because this is Jalen Brunson's team. This is Jalen Brunson's town. But again, if he didn't win it, maybe, fans weren't going to be supportive. There were fans that were questioning Jalen Brunson in New York, as well as across the country, the little guard theory, but thankfully he won the championship, so we don't need him.
Yeah, Blaze?
It's little brother's time down the road.
Whole thing with LeBron?
First of all, I don't think it's a lock as much as they were saying. If Knicks don't win, he was definitely going there. I definitely don't believe that. I think that's blowing smoke. Hindsight's 2020, as Coach said on the stream the other day. And it's true. Here's the question I want to ask. Okay, it's down to supposedly 3 teams. I still think there might be other teams in it because right now it's lying season. It's when the agents and the players and the coaches and everything just smoke screens because they don't want to know. They don't want you to know what they're doing. So here's my question. Let's start with the 76ers, the team I love. They just added an all-star player in Jaylen Brown. It looks beautiful. To put it in a fan's perspective, to fill that number 4 spot with LeBron and say you got 5 superstars, basically. But do the Sixers really need him?
No.
The Cavs. Let's go
Welcome,
to the Heat. The Heat just added, you got Bam. Yes, they need, a solid point guard to lead the game, but they got Bam and Giannis. And if Giannis comes back even 75, 80% of what he was a couple years ago, do they need a LeBron down there? I don't think so. The Knicks, you don't have to worry about that problem. You're the champs. You got a team. You got that top 8 is locked. You're fixing a couple holes that you have, here and there. I know, like getting a Kevon Looney or some of those big guys that were out there, to replace a Mitchell Robinson or whatever is there. But do they need him? I don't think so. Do the Golden State Warriors need LeBron? I mean, if they're still making some moves, I still hear that Washington saying we're never going to trade AD. Golden State saying if we can get AD, then LeBron might be on here as well. I don't think any of these teams need LeBron. Is he a great player? Yes. I've knocked him for other bullshit, like the God complex that Coach was talking about, all the lies that he tells that are unnecessary about the history. Oh, it's my favorite comment ever. Oh, I love The Godfather, but I can't quote anything from it. All these bullshit that he has, he does it. It's all unnecessary. His game is phenomenal. His longevity is unmatched forever, right? And he's the only thing we're talking about right now. Main thing we're talking about. He's one of the greatest of all time. But what does he really think? Let's really analyze what he's done for the Lakers the last few years. The team's kind of been in disarray. They won that bubble championship, which people discredit. I don't. It's still a championship. So I'll give LeBron all the credit in the world for being great. But right now, when he's winding down his last few years, each of these teams are established. Sixers, arguably, we needed one more big gun. Jaylen Brown is here. Cleveland, they've been nipping at the bud the last couple years with great regular season and then falling apart in the postseason. Golden State's been searching for that person next to Steph ever since Clay left and fell off. And they've, so it's like, do any of these teams, would any team want LeBron? Yes, I would definitely say yes, but we got to think of chemistry. We got to think of acclimation. Can they coexist? Are we forgetting what the Suns went through when they tried their little big 3 a couple years ago? Are we forgetting what the Nets went through when they tried their big 3 or 4 a couple years ago? All I'm saying is I'm not knocking his game. I'm not knocking his ability to help any of these teams. Will it hurt a team if he goes there? Because then, once again, Mitch, I've been saying there ain't enough basketballs. I'm worried that Jaylen Brown can't assimilate in itself. Now you hear all these things. There was, a little more trouble in the locker room that they wanted to talk about when Jaylen Brown was there. And they were, they're going to say they're happy to get rid of him, which is bullshit too. But adding a Jaylen Brown and then throwing a LeBron in there too. Now you got 2 brand new starters. Yes, they're all stars. They're great players, but there's no guarantee that these players are going to coexist and make a good team just because they're big names on their own. We've seen it fail. Doesn't mean it can't work either, but I'm the type of guy that always analyzes both sides of the coin. I want to play devil's advocate. And right now, a lot of Sixers fans, as well as probably Cleveland too, they say seeing things with rose-colored glasses. You only want to see the good side. You don't even think about what might happen. Like, there is going to be this documentary he starts filming next year. For 2 years or a year and a half, he's filming a documentary. everything he does. So you're going to have that parade everywhere. Is that a good thing, bad thing? I mean, ticket sales are going to be good no matter where he goes. Fans are going to flood the arenas no matter where he goes, and rightfully so. I'm not knocking what he brings to the table. And I'm not saying he can't produce anymore, but just think a little bit more about the LeBron we've seen the last 2 years. Is that a guy that's going to, you want coming in and saying, I'm God, you must worship me as the greatest, and, I need to have, did he kind of take a little seat back with the Lakers and yeah, I think he did to some extent, but he's always going to be LeBron. He's great. He's going to add something to one of these teams, but we have to look at the other side of the coin too, with him maybe disrupting chemistry that's already in one of these teams. I don't know where he goes. I really hope it's Cleveland, because if you think about the storybook, he's going home. He could film stuff in his own, in Akron. He can go around and talk to people that know his family in that area. That makes the TV story aspect a little better. There's no history in Philly except I'm going to bring a ring to a team that hasn't had one in 50 some years. And that's what the Knicks just went through. But I think if the Sixers take him on, it's a lose-lose situation unless they win the entire thing. And when you're win everything or bust, there's 31 other teams trying to do the same thing. And if the Sixers don't get him and they don't win it all, Sixer fans are going to say, well, we should have got LeBron. We would have won with LeBron. If they get him and they don't win it all, they're going to say we shouldn't have got LeBron. He couldn't bring us a chip. So I think it's a lose-lose for Philadelphia. I've also said if he joins the team, I'll support it. That's my team. I'm not going to back off. I just hope and pray. And I'm already very, very on Nick Nurse. He's got to balance these 4 or 5 guards that he has, first of all. Are you still going to work Maxey to death and just flip Jaylen Brown with VJ every once in a while, or put Jaylen at 3 and VJ there? And, he's got to balance that. It's all about coaching. But this whole LeBron question to me is, what team needs him?
Short answer, no team needs him.
And that's kind of where I'm at.
I bring it up to what Coach asked us in our group chat, how would he fit on the Knicks? And you got to keep in mind, I'm sure he's a great facilitator, but he works in one specific type of system where he's the main ball handler and essentially clear the paint so he can drive or kick it out. So you're basically asking all these dudes to turn into 3-point corner shooters. I'm like, yeah, good luck with that.
The antics, and Coach, I've heard you over the last couple of days. You're wondering, why do people hate LeBron so much? And you want to know. And that's legitimate. Mm-hmm. And I don't hate him. There's no hate in me for him at all. It's disgust and disappointment that someone that great has to lie, has to deceive, has to kind of I know they're just highlights, but all those times in the last couple of years, you see him miss a shot and he's complaining to the ref while all 9 players are all the way on the other side of the court. No players should be doing that. But someone like him, you have that aura that I'm LeBron. I can do whatever I want. Telling the coach, even though the coach is his boy, I'm not coming out or whatever, or take me out. I'm going out, just walk out. That seems like it might be more of a disruption than it's going to be. Yeah, like I said, he will help whatever team he goes on to, but how?
I think he helps as much as he hurts, because also he's 42 years old. Like he's a non-factor on defense. You're going to have to essentially create a defensive system that, as long as you have, at least 4 strong guys on defense, you'll be fine. But if you got another person you got to make up for, might be a bit of a problem. So with the Lakers, with LeBron and Luka, because neither one plays defense, like you kind of have to build a system that, kind of hides those 2 guys. And yeah, there's not a lot of teams that built to hide him on defense.
Well, look at the Knicks. Look at the Knicks. Then you had that same argument with Brunson and Cat. So it can be done, but I get what you guys.
Neither of them are LeBron.
No,
what I'm saying?
That's the point.
And I'm not talking play wise. I'm talking mindset and aura, everything around him. Jaylen Brunson has just become elite. Winning all this takes him from
an NBA.
So where he was last year, he was so close. Now he's on the elite. When you win a Finals MVP, bring a ring to your town. I think Karl-Anthony Towns has been close, on that elite level already as well. So you had that balance. We forget that the year before, Oklahoma City, they didn't breeze through that Finals. We're talking 7 games. and we're talking a hurt Tyrese Halliburton. You know, I know it's ifs and buts now. They got their chip. Sorry, Arku. I'm just saying that wasn't a given. And they were the best team for the last 3 years, arguably in a regular season.
Yep.
So I don't want him in Philadelphia, to be honest. I think that might mess up the chemistry. If it happens, I'll support it. I'll hope it works. But he would have to ditch a lot of those antics if he's going to be this mentor he wants to be for his boy Maxey. They're both in clutch. If you've seen the whiteboard thing with the agent, it could be half bullshit. We don't know. I mean, they're not gonna show all their cards if you're playing
poker. With them,
poker.
everything they do is calculated. It was a calculated move to kind of gauge interest, put these teams on the board and see who reaches out first.
But there's that star by Maxey, and everyone's wondering why. It's because he's clutch. He's clutch sports, just like LeBron. They know each other very well. So that's a connection. You know, there's that Gansey connection. You know, that's a very small one. They play. It's not like they went to high school and were best friends. They were the same age.
But Blaze, one of the things that I'm noticing, because it's like with the Knicks, you know, the Knicks is a lot of CAA because Leon Rose was the president there. He was Rick Brunson's agent and so on and so forth. And you do see that in the league, especially when you have some high level connection. So Maxey and LeBron, yes, and Rich Paul putting that out there. Yes, you're right. This is a game. It is a chess match. You know, move here. I'm actually thinking 3 steps ahead. So if I do this move, who does this? If this team does this, if this team does that, now this is how I would counter and keep going on and going on. So yes, that is true. But there's also some truth into a lot of the smoke screens that are out there. Because you know this old saying, where there's smoke, there is fire.
Well, I mean, he's down to the team where he knows Gansey, he knows Maxey very well. So there's connections there. He's won a chip with Cavs and the Heat. There's connections there. And it sounds like the Golden State one's gone, you know, but and I'm critical, but I don't think it is. I still think if they find a way to get AD away from Washington, that can happen. But think about last year, too. There were points in time where we saw the old LeBron, and he was going right to the basket. No one can stop him. I'm not second guessing that at all. When he turns it up, there's still hardly anybody that can stop him. But the problem is when he gets hacked and doesn't make a shot, he's going to bitch about that play and let it go. He doesn't. But he's playing worse defense than Luka and them. He's going to stand around.
I will say this, Blaze, to that point. That's running rampant in the league. Jalen Brunson does it too. It's not
when
just
you're LeBron, it sticks out like a sore thumb because of who you are.
The thing, okay, yes, perception is reality. I am a big believer in that. Yes. So yes, he does it. Everyone else does it. But what I'm saying is, it's been going on for even with all the superstars.
Yeah, but he shouldn't be in the top 10 players that do it. He doesn't need to. You're that good. He's probably 1, 2, or 3 in the ones that bitch and don't play deep. I mean, go look. If you want reasons why people don't like him, I've posted one after another. His peers, not fans, his peers knocking how he handles situations in probably the last 5 to 6 years, I'd say. And it's tainting his legacy. On the court, he's always great. He's always going to be great. But to play on a team like Philly, how they're assembled, even Cleveland, because of Donovan Mitchell and the 2 bigs that they got and stuff, how does he make that team better? Except for that's my hometown.
Mitchell got.
He's going to take away from somebody, whichever team he goes to.
In basketball, yeah, you're right. That's the problem. You're saying taking away, and the thing is, players need to learn how to sacrifice. A championship team sacrifices. I'm going to go back to the Knicks. You saw what the Knicks did during that playoff. Guys sacrificed until game 5 of the championship, and everything was on Jalen Brunson. He said, put it on my back, and I'm going to rock with it. But prior to that, you had everybody chipping in, you know, and everyone wants to feel. So, yes, to your argument, will LeBron do that? That is the big question.
Exactly. That's all I'm doing.
Here, you know, Blaze, we're the 2 elder statesmen here. You also know when you're in those 40s, your body, I don't care how great you work, and LeBron is phenomenal. He has a great his physique is phenomenal.
Oh,
But when you get into those 40s, there
No
are
doubt.
those Nixon
No doubt.
pains, and sometimes your
And he should be on a
will
minute restriction. He should be on some kind of minute restriction. That's back to the coaching, which, like he said in the chat, he cussed out Darvin Ham. He's been disrespecting his coaches. He don't care about the coaches. He's the God complex is what drives me crazy. I'm not. There's only one up there, and it ain't him. And I'm not saying he says you need to worship him, but that's what he's come. He's so hell bent on this.
Like that. Michael was like that. Got the Blaze.
I mean, he came into the league saying he was the savior. So to a point, yeah. But it's gotten out of hand to where now I'm afraid his hurt will be more than help to whatever team he goes to. You're
talking about that part. Yeah, okay.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not discrediting him at all.
When I hear, as a Blaze, this.
If you're that tired at 42, don't play defense three times down the court, the coach needs to yank your ass.
Yeah, that part I'm with you. But I'm just going to say this. The God complex or whatever, okay? Blaze, this. As athletes.
I'm not talking about ego, coach. They all have it. They all think he's taking this to a whole nother level. To have to lie constantly to try to get over
that part I'm not. That part I'm not getting in. My whole point is when I hear the word the God complex, it's I just think you're overly confident. Because case in point, I always say it, and I really believe this. You put me in high-level college, or in the NFL, there's no greater coach. Did he improve
the Lakers the last 2 years? Did he improve those Lakers
What were they like? MSK, who's a Lakers fan, said it to me, and I thought about it. Think about the Lakers prior to when he got there. He did help improve them.
I'm talking the last 2 years. I know they won a chip.
The last 2 years.
I'm talking that's all I'm discussing.
But see, now we're putting everything on him. That's the problem. We're putting
he puts everything on him, so he gets that. He
puts it on him. So what? It is up to you just said it. If he's tired, the coach got to yank him. That's coaching. That's your management. That's your ownership. You got to sit him down and say, look, you were great years older. You're older. You need to be part of the team. Plain and simple. I don't care how much money you make or anything. That's still a management. That's ownership. That's leadership. If you allow it, you're enabling him. That's your problem.
That's my point. You're making my point.
But you're putting everything on him. You keep going to LeBron and you're saying
that's what we're talking about.
No. What I'm saying is
he thinks he's going to a team and giving him a chip. I don't think him going to any of these three teams immediately makes them a contender to win the chip. I think it's more my
coach is going to talk to LeBron the way coach is suggesting. I don't see any management team in the league.
I'll give you that.
And Luka's different. Whoever B-Crop is, Luka's a different animal. And I think Luka got worse when LeBron was around him the last few years with doing that shit.
So
I'll only say this about coaches in the league. There's a lot of coaches who are at a lower level who, you know what? I'll check them. You want to fire me? I came from nothing. You can send me back to nothing. It ain't going to hurt me.
Well, is it a pro? I mean, I was for the JJ Redick hire, but in hindsight, I'm like, I wanted JJ to get a chance, but I think that LeBron took advantage of him because it was his boy a lot of times too. And that's a coach you got to respect. If you're going to let your boy be your coach, you got to take it down a notch and be like, all right, I love you. You're my boy, but I will respect you as my coach if you make
that is the hardest thing in the world.
Exactly.
That is the hardest thing because I went from playing with my teammates to now being their coach, and I'm telling you that is the hardest thing. And yes, that coach has to get the balls to put your former teammates in check.
Back to coaching,
yes,
which I love.
So right. And going last thing that this is why I say he's being enabled. We all talk about Bronny. They brought Bronny on to please him.
Yep.
That's the problem. Mm-hmm. Yes, you're right in terms of some of the things that he's done in the antics. I'm not denying that.
No,
but it's not. That's why when I say the key word, what I'm saying is the key word is we're putting it all ALL on him, and I'm saying it's not all on him. If you want to say it's 70% him, okay, I'm
that's fine. But, yeah, I'm not. I mean, I would not put the entire. If that's what I'm coming across as, that's not what I mean to do.
No, it's not. It's not just you. When I hear and I listen to everyone, that's all I hear. And you know what? It also skewed. Like I keep saying, perception is reality. Now you have other people who are just listening who now start to think like that. And sometimes I'm going to be brutally honest. sometimes people are just plain stupid. They just take all the information that's out there and they run with it instead of, you know what? Take a second, sit back. Yes, listen to it. It's enjoyable, some of it, but now do your research and look and understand the historical aspects of everything. I know people don't like history.
No,
but
I totally agree.
And I'm taking it to another level. And yes, I'm being, as my children say, Captain Literal. That's my nickname with them. Yes, but you know what? In this day and age, I'm sorry, sometimes you have to be literal because people will take whatever you're saying and it's a certain perception and they run with it, making it like, oh, that's the end all be all. Just like someone was saying about Caitlin Clark, and I saw someone, early, Dickie V, was saying, how she's being targeted and everyone needs to be thankful for what she's done for the WNBA. Wait a minute. She's a contributor. Yes, she's done things that help grow the league, but it's not just about her. Same thing with LeBron and every athlete in any sport. We take the level of athletes to another level, and it's like, and the words we use, it changes the whole narrative. And sometimes you got people out there who don't know how to seriously think. Sorry, that's reality.
True, it's true. Maybe I'm gearing this a little bit more towards my Sixers because I see a lot of people say, we get LeBron, it's a chip. If we get LeBron, it's a chip. No, it's no fucking guarantee.
Oh, I'm like that.
And I mean,
10 years ago, absolutely. 10 years ago for sure. But now
a lot of us, you see that. But I start thinking about what ifs, what happens. So LeBron joins the Sixers. They lose in the second round. Do you think they're going to blame Jaylen Brown on them not winning or LeBron more?
Jaylen Brown. Just keep in mind, whenever LeBron wins, it's because of him. When they lose, it's because of everyone else.
No. I'm not talking about LeBron. I'm talking about what people will think. All right, right now.
You got a point. You got a great point.
I think people will be like, we shouldn't have got LeBron. We were good enough. As soon as they lose, they're going to be. I mean, if the Sixers start out 2-12 with LeBron beginning of the season, because I'm telling you right now, even with Jaylen Brown, I'm ready for growing pains.
Yeah.
I'm ready for maybe they're 5-10 or something to start because coach isn't working it out. Players still figuring it out. Because they don't play a ton in the preseason anymore. So that's why like teams like the Knicks, you have those 8 players that got you there. Yeah, you're playing with the other pieces of the puzzle, but you don't have to worry about those 8. Those 8 know each other, they played with each other, like right now you're throwing 2 new starters with Dean Wader, whoever's going to play for it. You got 2 new starters, so they got to get acclimated a little bit. For the Cavs, it's going to be 1. He'll start with the other 4. The Heat, if he goes to the Heat, I think he's the point guard. He's the shooting guard. And then he got 2 bigs. So unless they get someone else to run the point, I think he's the point guard down there. If he goes down
with
there.
Miami, though, the defense, that is the best defense out of the team for LeBron.
Yeah,
Like,
he can afford to not play. He can afford to bitch at the ref, and the other 2 can hold it down at the other time.
Exactly.
So that might be the best fit now that we think about it.
But then there's no spacing. Because he's
so
not
many
really
people were like, we get LeBron, it's a chip. We get LeBron, it's a chip.
No,
and I'm like, that's not guaranteed.
You're right.
And it might be. It might be that they're fantastic with LeBron if they get him. But I'm always like, but there's a other side of the coin. If they fall apart when they got him, we'll never know if Jaylen Brown was a great acclamation. If it's LeBron coming in. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see if Jaylen Brown is the missing piece. I don't think they need LeBron. Will he help? Like I said, he's going to help whatever team he goes on, but it's to what extent. If the Sixers only win 1-2 series and don't make it to the Eastern Finals with LeBron, fans are going to crucify him and the whole team and the GM for getting him and messing up the chemistry, or whatever. So I'm just playing the other side of the fence because a lot of people are like, rose-colored glasses, LeBron. We got 5, 10, basically all-stars starting, and we've seen in the last few years, bench depth helps a lot. If you don't have that depth, I don't think it matters who your first 5 are. If you have good free throw shooting and 3-pointer and defense coming off the bench, you need the 3-and-D. You need the spark guy, the Alvarado, the Bruce Brown type. You need that guy too. So it's like, it's not just you get LeBron, you're going to the championship and winning. That's my only complaint.
The thing with the Cavs, though, Donovan Mitchell just got a huge extension. He's going to be there for a long time. So if it's not about the money, then Cleveland is still in the running for that. I think Cleveland is up there.
Doesn't his contract, because we don't know what is the first year or the first 2 years, because that might open up money to bring, whether it's LeBron or someone else. The point I'm making with Donovan Mitchell,
Yeah, let me look.
because that was my question: is
Yeah.
what is his first 2 years going to look like? Because if you're telling me, his average in the first 2 years is a little bit lower, then that's opening up money to bring in someone. It's just like Golden State when Draymond tapped out, and now James Harden, because you're opening up money to go out and get someone, and then you have certain rights to bring those guys back in. So, with Donovan Mitchell, when I heard it, the first thing I said, because I'm like you, with deep down inside, I do think he's going to Cleveland. All jokes aside,
I kind of do too.
And I'm looking at those moves, and I'm like, Donovan Mitchell, he signed a new contract. So does it? That's the first thing I said. What is that? At least that first year. What is that first year? If his average or his average that first year is lower than and James Harden's, is way in, then that's telling me you're trying to gear up money to go pay LeBron because you're worrying about him going somewhere else.
Yeah. And I mean, I've been the one to say Cleveland's been doing real good the last couple years, but I still think they're missing something. Donovan's really good, but is he the guy? Do they have the guy? We've seen him kind of like not be able to close and be great at the very end. So I'm thinking, do they need one more piece? Sure, but it could be LeBron.
Yeah,
I don't want to see Cleveland win a championship in any sport. So
this is a Donovan Mitchell contract right now.
I want LeBron to go there and it to be a disaster. Harden, bitching. I want it to be a complete disaster.
So and that's not even with Harden on the books right now. So he's eating 35.
Harden's a free agent right now. So
you're right. So 35% of the cap, that's a lot to eat right there. So okay, so I have to
he's
back
that
off.
good, but is he too much that he like? Is he going to do a Brunson? Would he be like, you know what? I'm going to take a cut to bring in two more guys so we can have a championship team. Is he? That's what I meant a couple weeks ago when I think we're going to see more players kind of think a little bit about what Brunson did. They're not going to give up $100 million. No. But I'm just saying, if you're a star and you've been close and you think you can get the other guy and you can say, man, the Knicks just did this shit. I'm going to take a cut. Go get me 3 or 4 bench pieces or go get me a side piece for the start. Bad side piece.
No, that's a good word.
Zion Williamson has entered the chat. But no, we've taken a half an hour on LeBron, which I'm not saying that he's not worthy of it, but he's not going to make. He's going to hold it. Same thing as this Aaron Rodgers shit with the Steelers last year. He didn't do it this year as much, but making the team wait can hurt the team. Like teams want to start figuring out what they're going to do. You wait until fucking training camp. That's too long. During summer league, if he makes a decision in the next couple weeks, that's okay.
Preseason starts next month.
Yeah, he's got to decide soon, and it's
summer league.
I don't care what Rich Paul says. He's his agent. He's his go-to guy. This is LeBron's decision. Rich Paul ain't making a decision. None of these teams, none of these coaches, none of these former friends, any of that. It's going to be up to him. And I keep thinking, yes, he's probably wants to go somewhere we can compete for a championship, but he's thinking about that documentary too. I really think he is. And if you're in Cleveland,
down a good point. It's hurting other free agents.
Yes,
it really
exactly.
is.
You know what? That's always been. That's always been in
every year we
existence.
dealt with that.
That part. There's a pecking order. So your top dogs, everyone waits for your top dogs. It's not just this year. This is not I can go back almost 30 years and show you that's just the reality.
Yeah.
That's sports.
But when it's someone at the level of LeBron, it puts a little more handcuffs on teams. Like, hold on, maybe and it does happen all the time, but it's a higher level when it's a guy like him, which is so polarizing that can change, a whole organization by joining them. And I've talked about why not go to a 4 team so you can be the first player ever to win in 4 teams. So that's why I thought Golden State for the good while. Like if they get enough players around them, he can win a title with them or Minnesota.
Mitch, you remember you and I were just talking. What did Shams just say in terms of the teams for LeBron?
It was. I'm trying to think now. Sixers,
5
Heat,
teams.
Cavs, Timberwolves, Warriors,
and Golden State. Yeah. He said it's now 5 teams.
Yeah.
So
it went from 3 to 5 apparently.
I mean, if you look at, the market's smaller in Minnesota. But I could see that team kind of conceding to him a little more than some of the other ones because
absolutely.
he kind of takes. I mean, Ant might suffer a little bit because I know Ant's got that. He's got that God complex in him too, not to the level, but he wants to be the man. He wants to be the next guy, and that's what a lot of people were saying too. Like, why wouldn't he go to San Antonio, be the 4 that they need, and he can pass the baton to Wemby? He goes here, he can pass the baton to Ant, which. I mean, how often do you pass the baton to a teammate? But I get what they were saying. I get what they were trying to say. But I mean, the effect he could have on a VJ Edgecombe, I would love that. You know, the way LeBron has figured out with his body how to make it last that long. If he could share that with a Maxey and an Edgecombe, so we have those guys for 5 more years than we could have. By all means, I would invite that. But I don't know if we're getting that. Are we getting the LeBron that's ready to be like, I'm going to take a minimum. I'm going to take a seat back. Give me minute restrictions. I'll help where I can. This team has tons of talent. If he would come out and say something like that, I'll be bought in. But I don't see him saying that.
No.
I think he might want that, though. You know what I mean? Like, he wants to do whatever he can to win a championship. I'm not questioning his heart as far as loving basketball. And outside of the game, humanitarian, helping kids. He does everything that you would want a superstar to see. That's why it's disappointing when you see all the little bullshits.
Yeah,
that's all. You know, get rid of that shit and sacrifice to help a team win a championship.
It comes
or is
down,
he just worried about the documentary?
It comes down. Okay, now you threw another twist into it, but
that's
me,
what I'm saying. That documentary means a lot to him.
It comes down to 2 things. It comes down to, you really want a ring, or do you want the money?
Exactly.
That's it. I mean, and I'm a competitive mother. Shut your mouth. And I'm gonna always tell you. Mitch and I were just talking about it. You want to call me a ring chaser? Call me a ring chaser. I don't care.
Yeah, everyone's chasing the ring.
No, that's the point. No, not really, Blaze. There's a lot of cats that's
they love the money. If they're on it, they might be stuck on a team. Go fuck it. I just want the money.
Yeah. So we've seen guys go to a team and we're like, what the hell? Why are you going there? It's about the money.
Arku, I've never been in a locker room with him with young players, so I'm not going to say that he's never helped a young player.
Okay, see, and that should be me because I'm Captain Literal. So
yeah, but I'm going to be literal on it too. It's rubbing off on me a little bit, Coach, because I will. I mean, that's the type of statement where I'm saying he could help some young guys, and you're saying, when has he ever helped a young guy? I mean, does he need to hold the guy's hand and walk him out onto the court for you to see it?
Look,
we don't see a lot of stuff.
No, he'll trade the young guy for a certified all-star, but he did it with Wiggins for Kevin Love.
Yeah. Throughout the course of time, it's on all sports. Usually when you get down to those last few years, you catch on to a team, maybe you catch on to a team chasing the ring, and you're out there really trying to help those young guys get out there. You may go out there, you may, play a few minutes, whatever, few innings, series, whatever the case may be. But you're really trying to help instill and take what the coaches are saying and instill it into the young guys and help them understand. Yeah. LeBron, yes, I understand. He's at another level. He still can compete. Yes. But this is where, to your argument, Blaze, even more the God complex should calm down, because you want to pass it on to the next generation to make sure the league, which we saw Magic and the Birds and the Dr. J's back in the day. That's what they did. That's exactly what they did. They passed it along, even into other players in other teams. You help them because you want to see the league prosper once you move on. Yeah. To your argument, he's still, he wants to compete at a high level. He wants to say he's the greatest ever. He wants to get that next ring. But here's the thing. This is why I don't kill him the way everyone else does. I've been watching him since he was in high school. And the amount of praise that he has been getting put on him, the things that, think about this, in high school, he had tattoos and they made him cover it up. They made a rule that any high school kid cannot show tattoos. So they had to, you would see him literally with tape and stuff all on his tattoos, because otherwise it's a foul. So that's what
he should hang his hat. He should hang his hat on that, coming in with such expectation and living up to all of it.
But that's my point.
I'll always give him credit for that. It's the last few years when you see he is older, so he should take a little step down, because when he comes in, whether he's starting, I mean, he's going to start. But if you sit down for 10 minutes and come back, you're still going to be impactful big time. If he wants a real challenge, go to Golden State without AD. You get big time playing. You'll be a vital part of the scoring. You get to play with your boy Steph. Don't wait for AD. Go there and show us you can help lead that team to a title without AD. I think that's his. If he wants to be one of the men with Steph, like Draymond knows his role. He's always going to play that role. Draymond's not going to try to give you 30 points.
Kicking people below the belt. Yeah.
He's not going to try to score 30 points a game. He'll shoot a three every once in a while, but he's not going to shoot 10 threes either. But if he goes to Cleveland, Miami, or Philly, there's already a crowd there. Golden State got Steph.
I don't know about Miami.
Well, Miami's the set. If you're going to go by this, it would be Golden State, then Miami, where he can have more of a role than he's going to have with Cleveland or Philly, because they're crowded already.
With Miami, I think it's coming down to like Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra. That's where it comes down to. It's the front office for Miami. And then you have Cleveland with Eric Weems, who's a good friend of his, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, that's where I think.
Does Miami want him? I mean, they're taking on Giannis. That's a big change. They just lost
Cleveland
how many players?
Is the one that wants it. Cleveland. Because now they opened up a roster spot for Bronny. So it's like.
You know what I don't like, Mitch?
It's Cavs.
I don't like Philly people going on that podcast talking about why we should be number one for LeBron. I
knew you were going to say that. I know you like a book. I knew you were going to say that.
That looks like desperation, like we can't win without him, and that's not true. You go there to pitch like you're a salesman. Like, what is this? You know, you got come on. Now it sounded like begging. Please come to Philly and save us, LeBron. It's not needed. But I'm saying if he does come here, it can definitely help. But it's up to the coach. It's up to him taking that step down. And if he does that, my God, that team's going to be dangerous. So I'm not knocking him changing a team. What, Teach? What am I lying about now? What's Cap?
What am I lying about now?
Explain. What am I lying about?
You know that it had my daughter, said that to me, and I'm like, what? She's like, Dad, that's a cap.
You don't want me to wear the cap? I don't know.
I'm like, what do you mean? And then, she broke it down.
No, we don't need to show LeBron we want him. I don't think we need. Do we? Let me ask you this, Teach. You just got in here. Do the Sixers need him? Let's throw the want out the window. Everybody wants LeBron. He's great.
I don't.
I mean, some part of every fan base would want.
Oh, fan base, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Some part of every fan base.
No. I'm good.
I know I'm hilarious. I'm a comedian. I'm here to entertain. But if you're not explaining why I'm a liar or why I'm funny, I have no clue. You're just complimenting me. Thank you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Look, you said it, but you know what? You're right. We're killing this LeBron.
We can't beat the Knicks without LeBron. That's the shit that I will say, Cap.
No. Let me tell you something. I want y'all to get LeBron now because y'all still can't beat the Knicks with LeBron.
Probably
now,
can't.
I'll put that out there on the table.
Because I'm back to the disarray. Yeah, it could cause disarray. It could cause problems. Yes, it could help. It could cause problems. And a lot of Sixer fans aren't looking at that side. That's my whole point from this first 45 minutes. Too many rose-colored glasses. Oh, LeBron equals chip.
Just to chip on what Coach said. To be the man, you got to beat the man, and they haven't beat him yet.
Bro, you ain't gonna wax nothing. But
I'll say this right back at that. The Knicks didn't need him to win a chip, and neither do the Sixers.
The only thing that needs a waxing is the bikini line. You know what I'm saying? I cleaned it up for you. Can
I get into the touchy subject?
Sure.
Well, yeah.
I didn't want to talk about this last week. I talked to Mitch about it, and I do want to talk about it because we have a platform where we make a difference. And
brother, you make a good point.
I got to be very careful how I say this because number one, I was raised to love everyone, no matter what, no matter where they're from, whatever their background is. And I was taught and raised just like a man a long time ago said, to judge people by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. Mm-hmm. And Stephen A., fuck you. Yes, it's true. We haven't seen this many white dudes on a team that might start, but the tone, the way he said it, and listen, here's where we're coming from. We got African-American and German. we got Jewish, we got Hispanic, we got Eastern European. We're all different. We don't talk about the differences in the colors of our skin. I wish that would stop. But when you have a platform like Stephen A. and he says it, now it's everywhere. White boy this, white boy that. And this is coming from a white boy who was discriminated almost his whole basketball career until I could prove it. My point is, Luka's not a white dude. He's Slovenian. Jokic isn't a white dude. He's from a different country. Giannis is Greek. Wemby is French. The color of your skin differentiates us, but it shouldn't separate us.
Look at the French national team. They're all guys from different parts of the world.
Stephen A. once again has taken this country back 70 years. Why are we talking about black and white? Nationality means more to me. We got how many non-American born players now that are the greatest? SGA's Canadian. I don't look at them as black dudes and white dudes. That's the problem. It's just the way I was raised. And I do want your take on this, Coach. That's why I did it, because we have all different nationalities and types here with different fan bases. I don't like, can it be said, but for him to say, someone's got to say it. I got to say it. You ain't going nowhere with a bunch of white dudes. I'm sorry, people. That's racism. It's literal racism to say that someone can't do something because of the color of their skin. Is there some truth behind the fact of 3 stars being white? And people are bringing up the Celtics, but their third wasn't Danny Ainge. It was Robert Parrish. So I just wish the stigmatism of black this, white this would kind of die down a little bit. And someone like Stephen A., who recently I've been agreeing with a lot of his takes, believe it or not. But that was anger in his voice. And yeah, I mean, I know he puts on his show, but I don't think that was part of his show. Like Coach says, he puts on this personality, which is polarizing, and you do to get that much money. But when you come out and say you can't win because they're white, that's the literal definition of racism, Lumen.
Go ahead. Rios, you started, then I'll go after you.
No, I mean, I get it. Like, because I grew up in Houston. Houston is one of the most diverse cities in the world, and never really looked at it that way. Like, you can't play because you're this color. Like, just if you could hoop, you could hoop. I was the palest kid on the court, but no one ever said, "Oh, he can't play." Proved it wrong. I was a great shooter. I had good handles. Like, no one cared.
But do you consider yourself white?
Oh, on government forms, I got to put white because.
Yeah, but I mean, you're Hispanic though, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, I'm sorry. Go ahead, continue.
Well, I mean, I'm brown on one side, white on the other side. No, like I get where you're coming from, Blaze. Like, it really shouldn't matter, but I mean, it's just sadly that's the world we live in today.
Mm-hmm. And that's where I was going. Blaze, you're right in what you're saying.
That's how I was raised.
Stephen A. shouldn't have said that. But the problem is this, and now the politics comes into play.
Unfortunately,
because we have leadership that has opened that door.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
And that is the ESPN, problem.
They let that happen, and they
I'm not talking about ESPN. I'm going higher than that.
The government, like
I'm talking about governmental. You have leadership that has opened racism.
And I got prejudice more than race. I would say it's prejudiced as well. Fine line.
But the point I'm making is, because at that level, and it's trickled down to everywhere these last few years, now you even have the situation with ICE going everywhere in townships, combating ICE because of this. So yes, what Stephen A. said is wrong. Two wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah, correct. And that's my only point.
But in the same token, as a black man, as a proud black man, when you sit here and you look at this country, and I'm a historian, and I go back all the way to its inception, where we just had the 4th of July, Independence Day, but you go back, and I'm telling you right now, you don't believe me, go do your fact checking. Don't take my word upon it. But this system was not made for someone like me. someone
I
like
don't want to
Rios.
get. I don't want to get.
But no,
political.
what I'm
Keep it
getting
in
at,
sport. I understand where you're coming from.
I'm just saying the point I'm making.
That's why I
as
didn't want to
black
bring this
people,
up because I don't.
No. I'm glad you did. But what I'm saying,
you don't think Mitch's people in the past have been
yeah,
really,
but that's my point. That's my point.
We all have.
Yes, but what I'm saying,
I just don't think someone at that level to bring it to the black-white thing.
Blaze. What I'm getting at, what I'm
I know
saying
the world
to
is
you,
fucked up.
No, it's not.
And the
what
government
I'm saying,
is pushing that narrative.
Let me finish, Blaze. Let me finish, bro. What I'm saying as a black person, you guys cannot understand that. So
I never
hear
said
that,
no.
when
I never
you
came
hear it, no. I'm not saying you did. What I'm saying is the mindset when we hear stuff like that in terms, some within the black community, they're going to support it. It's wrong.
I understand.
They're going to support it because it's a tit for a tat. That's
100%.
what it boils down to. So ultimately, yeah, he shouldn't have. But then on the flip side, when we see so many things within the course of history that has happened,
Yes,
and even in sports, because we go back to the 40s where blacks have now been integrated, but prior to that, we weren't integrated. So, yes, you're right. It shouldn't have been said. It doesn't matter. If you can play, you can play. Whether it's basketball, football, baseball, it doesn't matter. Hockey, yeah, all sports, boxing, all sports. If you can play, you can play. The color of your skin shouldn't matter. But on the
that's my only point.
No, but on the
point.
flip side, what I'm saying is because of the political spirit, it does get integrated. It shouldn't, but it does get integrated, bro. Go ahead.
I understand. I totally understand. I'm just saying, and I'm not going to play this tit for tat because I see a lot of people talking about, what if a hockey guy came out and said, what are these 5 black guys starting on a hockey team for? You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't have to be color of skin. We're all human beings. We all bleed blood, the same blood. And I was raised to love everyone, no matter what they look like, where they came from. So I'm not discrediting anybody. It's just, except for when you have the power of Stephen A. and you say it now, there's so many everywhere fall. That's all I'm saying.
Perception becomes reality.
I would never understand what a Jewish person went through, a Hispanic person, a black person. I would never live through any of those people, but I have empathy for everyone.
Yes.
That's been through bad shit. And now I know it's still here way too much. And when someone has that much power like Stephen A., he's empowering it. He's making it a number one narrative that so many people talked about. And I didn't want to talk about it because I don't want to get too. I don't hate anyone.
No, you don't. I know you don't.
Talent should always prioritize skin color in sports.
What?
I'm not even going to address that.
That's what I mean. Like, there's so much that can get lost in translation. You may mean something well, but when you type that looks like you're saying we should be dictating everything by color of skin. Content of character. The king said that back in the day. I mean, judge people by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. That's all. The only point I'm making. To me, Luka is not a white dude. He's a non-born American. He's non-American. That's all.
Teacher got game. Are you saying talent should be a priority over skin color in sports? Is that what you're trying to say?
I hope that's what he said.
I think that's what he's
trying to say. So,
which that's my whole point. That's my whole point.
We all agree with that. I think we all can
and that's
agree.
why I said skin color differentiates us, because all your nationalities and everything in the past dealt with different shit over the years, and I can never understand it. But one thing we do have in common, we bleed the same blood. We're all human beings. And if we start thinking that way a little bit more, like, I would never try to understand how someone other nationalities have. And that's the problem when people start to think that. Like, oh, I know how it feels. No, I don't. I don't know how it feels.
Look, here's the truth.
Teach, you said that. You literally said talent should always prioritize skin color.
That's what's it's confusing.
So reading that literally means you think skin color is most important.
That's how I'm taking it.
So if you mean it something differently, please explain. Because you forgot the word not.
That's the point. Go back and look at what you posted.
I knew that's what you were going with.
You get confused. I'm like, huh?
I'm 100%.
I was like lost. I was so
it's
lost.
4 of us here, and we're looking at it. So, bro, I mean,
We were hoping you were going to say with that, basically, but you were trying to say.
Yes, I always,
No.
Terrence, I want to
Yes.
understand. I love I've been raised to love everyone under the image of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. If you want to get religious, that's how I was raised.
Yes.
To always love everyone, no matter where they're from, what they've been through, and most importantly, color of skin. Yes, like I said, the main point is it does differentiate us. There's 4 of us right here, different colors. If you want to talk about it, different nationalities.
And
But it
then we'll
shouldn't-
have whenever
And
if
we
he
got a
comes back.
we got a Canadian too.
Yeah,
And Randy.
and here's the thing,
God, I
you
miss
know,
Randy.
because we talk
Miss
about
Randy.
skin color and all of this and race. You know, you believe in, you know, doing your tracing your lineage, go ahead. My grandmother was as light as Blaze.
Yeah. And
Her mother was half white. So and sometimes, you know, I come out and I'll say I'm white. What are you talking about? And people look at me and like, what? But I'm being serious.
Yeah.
My
Yes, there
grandfather,
is white blood
blonde
in
hair,
me.
blue-eyed German. And
Yeah. So I've done
it's a very
my
touchy subject because
background.
people
Yes.
can take it one way or the other. Where I'm not going that way. That's why I started it with, you know, what Martin Luther King was preaching
Mm-hmm.
and what we should all kind of live by. And then Stephen A. comes out with the power that he has,
can't
and I've
work.
been agreeing with him. He was
It's-
so mean about it. Like, we
Look,
gonna win with white dudes.
Stephen
Now I'm a
A.
Laker
is
fan because I'm white. I
Ste-
want them to win. Yay! No,
Stephen
it's
A.
not.
is an extremely smart man. He's a journalist. He knows how to use words.
Yeah.
So it's not. Yes.
I mean, that-
Is
like-
he trying to ignite something? Yes, I do think he's trying to ignite something. In the use of his words, because he's very articulate.
He did say during that he did say Luka's a man. He's the man. He's a bucket. He's awesome. AR
Mhm.
is no joke. He did credit the
Mhm.
guys, but then he's
Mhm.
like, Walker, Cass, we're all saying 4 first round picks was too much for him. But what if he goes there and balls out? We don't know.
Said the same thing about Mikal Bridges when
Yeah,
terms of your
exactly.
picks. So and that's why
Still
it's
waiting
like
for
It was
Desmond
Desmond
Bain.
Bane.
I'm still waiting for Desmond Bain to
Desmond
earn
Bain.
his spot.
Yes, exactly. But the point being is
I want
nowadays
love. I want
the pick,
love of
that's
sport,
that's
not color. That's all.
That's why
all.
you know. Look, you're right. It should be about the color. Now, if we want to argue about the picks, oh, that's too many picks for Kessler. Okay, fine. Let's have that argument.
Well, they
whatever.
got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Did you see they picked up Avia, that white clumsy looking dude from college? He looks like a big nerd.
Oh
They got him. They got
yeah.
him.
Who's
They
at St. Louis?
Cream
The guy with the
Abdul-Jabbar.
goggles.
Yeah. No, yes, yes, exactly.
I mean, I don't. That's why, and jokingly with Rios, because we're cool. When he calls what's his name, white cocaine curry or whatever, I'm like,
you know
I
what,
get it. He's
Stephen?
white.
You
It's
know
funny.
what teacher got game? You know what? You want?
He's
you
not
wanna
that
say-
dumb.
he-
I
That's what he
can't
say.
stand it, but he's not dumb. He's very intelligent. It's just
You're
how he
entitled
is.
to your opinion. I'm going to
Yeah.
agree to disagree.
Yeah.
That's saying we can't have a conversation going forward. So I'm going
See,
to focus
Lumen,
on
that's
you
where I'm
guys.
going at, though. That's where that drives. Then it starts talking about, oh, the Lakers are racist because they're only doing white dudes. Are we forgetting Colin Sexton? Are we forgetting Quentin Grimes? Are we forgetting all these other players that they picked up too? I mean, yes, it's you show 5 white dudes starting for the Lakers, and they got all these white nicknames for them now. That's all fun and dandy. But I don't want it to become like I'd
No,
rather
the
move on at this
narrative-
point.
The
it's going
narrative
to
is
become the
all
main
about
narrative.
Yeah. No, I'm
is
with
color.
you there.
Yes,
I'm with you there.
it's dominated by black people for how long? 70%, 80%, 90%.
I
But
mean,
these-
look.
I look at it as non-American and American is how I look at it.
I mean, look at the movie Glory Road. I don't know if you guys saw it at all,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that whole story was just beautiful. How that whole thing
Lumen,
happened.
how do you know
So-
he's not taking who he thinks is going to help the team? Like for you to come out and call, and I'm not calling anybody racist as far as this. You know, prejudice is probably a better word if you're saying this. I'm not saying Stephen A. is racist. I'm not saying anybody's racist. I'm saying it was right there in front of your face. You could have addressed it with a little more couth.
Look, guys, here's the thing. I always say the same thing about Stephen A. And people fall into the trap when it comes to him. Stephen A., first and foremost, he's being paid by ESPN to create drama and to create the clicks because people will tune in to watch what he's going to say on First Take or whatever he does if he posts something on ESPN, whatever. He's paid handsomely to create the drama in sports. That's what he's going to do. I said it earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
People think There has been tons of people. Stephen A. is an actor. He's an actor.
But how about let's go? Was it maybe 10, maybe 20 years ago? Maybe 25 when the NFL is like, we don't want, nobody wants a black quarterback. They ain't going to do anything. They're just a glorified running back. Now look, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's not judge by color because they're all athletes. They're all training to do the same thing.
I do have one question. Did Air Bud face this kind of scrutiny?
Now, if we start getting animals that are playing in the games and stuff too,
God, I love Air Bud.
If an animal scored on me, I would question myself.
I love people. Like, I love the sport. And it depressed me a little bit for that to become a main narrative again in 2026.
Ant Young, let me tell you something right now. And you want to call me a puppet, then call me a puppet. But you pay me $100 million, I'm going out there and I'm going to, because I'm getting paid.
Well, that's part of the, like, I think ESPN, like, I don't know how they do it. Like, if he runs, hey, I'm going to say, Lakers can't win with a bunch of white dudes. I'm going to yell it. And ESPN doesn't say, whoa.
They
might
do.
want to reword that. You know what I mean?
They do. That's the point.
Yeah,
you have a PR department that comes in. The producers come in and they sit down and they go over what they're going to talk about prior to the show. So if it's something that is way too touchy, okay, no. If it's something that like, it's going to draw a lot of interest and cause debate. First Take is a debate show.
And we're talking about Stephen A., not the players right now, because he said that. That's why I wanted to bring it up, but I don't want to make this all about Stephen A. Because it's just, look how many people are falling in line, with all the jokes and stuff.
Critically think. My children will tell you, they hated that word, but now they like that. I understand why you said it. Critically think, investigate. Don't even just take all of our words. Do your own research. I strongly tell you that. Go out and really do your research. And I'm not talking about go to one site and that's your only go out and do some work. It's like being in school sometimes. You got to go out and you got to fact check your work.
Sports to me is a melting pot. That's where I met a lot of my friends that are different than me in sports. And I loved them all. I got along with so many, all of them, because I learned more about Hispanic people, Black people, French people, German people, and I've learned because I've played on a team with them. Being on a team, it's pretty much like, to me and to a lot of people, you don't start thinking about, wait, there's 6 Mexicans, 5 Blacks, 4 whites. No, it's like we're a team.
You're brothers in arms. At that
point. That's what the unity. I want to put unity back into this, and that's all. Let's talk about DeMar DeRozan.
Let's go.
I want, because we do have a platform where we're already showing that we can all live together, love sports, no matter what we look like or what our past is like. We have a common denominator, our love for sports, and that brings people together. That's all I want.
And just for the record, what made me want to talk about this. I appreciate everyone's comments. I love it. I love the debate. I love it going back and forth. I don't take it personal. As long as you don't call me out of my name, we're good. You can have your opinion. I said it earlier. We can agree to disagree and leave it at that. I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
That's why I love you guys, because you guys think the same way. We can disagree with people in the chat and still respect them. And we got a great community.
Yeah.
And if I wasn't safe in this community, I probably wouldn't have brought that up, because I'd be afraid people would run with it the wrong way. But if something really needs to be said, Stephen A., it's what we just talked about, bringing people together. Sorry, Mitch. Go ahead.
Oh, good. So let's talk about DeMar DeRozan, shall we? Because I don't want him here on the Sixers.
Captain Mitty.
Yeah. Captain Mitty. Hey, and he still has that. And I was a little skeptical too. I was like, Sixers don't need anybody like that. We don't need any more shooters, right? But there's some team out there that could use his spark every once in a while. He's not a 30-point guy, gonna lead the team, but he's still got a lot of value. And I've always been an advocate to say, you take a player that's maybe not doing what they can here, and maybe they can play better here. So if he finds the right fit, good for him.
What about Toronto? Because I did see something saying about
he wants to go to Toronto.
But I've heard some Toronto might not want him. So it's who knows. Once again, we're in the Lions.
They hire Kyle Lowry for a date.
Because we're in the Lions season. But familiarity.
Leave your boyfriend alone, Mitch.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to name him an assistant coach up there probably soon, Kyle Lowry.
Well, I mean, he's
gonna
also
go to
part
Prime.
owner.
He's gonna go to
wait a
Prime.
minute,
Remember, he got that.
Oh, that's right.
And
his
he's also
numbers
part
retired.
owner of the women's team now. He's a part
Oh,
owner.
really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Okay.
where do you guys, other than not the Sixers, other than Toronto, like, is there any place out there where DeRozan might fit to be beneficial? Miami, maybe they need that shooting, the mid-range
He's
shooter.
been linked to Miami for years.
What about?
I think here in Houston, we need shooters. Someone to come off the bench that can hit a mid-range shot. Because
Yeah. And here's the thing with him, too. I don't think he's going to be that expensive.
No.
Okay. Well, let's start out east. Miami, Boston. Do you think he would fit in Boston?
Boston for the bench? Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like that.
Even starting sometimes there, but yeah. Either
The
way.
Nets?
No. See, I'm going to tell you. I think he's going to try and go for a team trying to go to the playoffs. He ain't picking no team like the Mets.
I know he's not. I
mean, the
just had to
Nets.
throw them a bone.
Yeah.
And Cave, spot on, Cave.
What?
Put his comment up. It's a great
Oh,
comment.
yeah. Okay, I got it.
Like you
No,
were saying.
I agree with that.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why I'm looking at teams like that. I'm like, if we sit down and we, evaluate. Now, if you say championship, though, how many true
Detroit?
championships?
Detroit, Orlando, like those type of teams that are, couple
Washington
players
is
away.
good. They think I Chris Middleton.
Washington.
Look,
Look at it.
I put that whatchamacallit in the chat.
Yeah.
I put that whatchamacallit about Washington in the chat, too, earlier.
Washington got depth, too.
Yeah.
No, they do. They do.
They got
But
a
are
good
they
little team there.
championship?
If they assimilate well, that team could be dangerous. And
I
it's
don't
all up
think
to
they're
AJ.
championship. I don't
No,
think
not
they're
champ. No, they're not going to come out of nowhere and be championship, but they can do some damage.
Detroit, yes.
Chicago. Wasn't he on Chicago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's not going back.
What about Indiana? Could he fit in Indiana?
Indiana's got great depth. They could definitely use another one. They
What
got
about
great
Milwaukee?
depth.
What about the Bucks? They just lost Giannis.
The Bucks are pretty much done at this point.
I don't see him going to the Bucks because he's.
Okay.
I mean,
go
they
out
just
west.
got Karis LeVert, though. They
So
just
we
got
go-
Karis LeVert.
Okay, so let's go out west. Then the number one
There's
team I
not
would
safe
say, I'd say Minnesota.
Lakers.
Golden
He's-
State.
He's not white. He ain't going to the Lakers. No, I'm just kidding.
We're gonna
we
hope
joke. We have
Sure.
fun,
No,
guys.
sorry, you don't make the cut.
Did they got room for him on the Thunder? I don't know.
No,
I'm gonna go with Golden State.
Players, they don't need
Golden State.
Golden State wouldn't be bad either.
Denver. What about Denver?
Denver.
Denver
Be
wouldn't be bad. Phoenix.
He was on San Antonio, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then
Phoenix.
he's not going back. He could
Why
go back to
wouldn't he?
San Antonio,
Why
though.
wouldn't he go back to San Antonio? Though?
San
I think he
Antonio's
should
right.
go
I
back
think-
to San Antonio.
That'll be a nice
It's
place.
not about him wanting to go back there. It's if they want him back.
Yeah, and how much he's. I mean, I don't think he's going to be very expensive. I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah,
he's
so
not
I mean,
coming off of.
If we say championships, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at teams for the championship.
That's a
Because
Terrence, I think Miami's a
let's
good
see.
call because they're
Both
looking
Miami.
for shooters and stuff.
Oh, yeah. RQ, what about your Thunder?
No, he's here. to just
30
say, yeah.
players. What's he gonna do? Hold the water bottle? Like, come on. He ain't
I,
gonna-
as far as guard play, I think the Sixers have enough bench guard play to need.
Who's on the
scoring.
bench? Who's on the bench at the guard spot? Because he's not just a guard. He's a
He
wing.
can play
two-
before,
two,
too.
three,
He can play the
two,
small ball
three,
forward.
four. Yeah, he can play a lot of positions, which is beneficial to him in this position.
Mm-hmm.
I think very high of Phylon. I want him to get an opportunity. So I don't want someone coming in taking
Phoenix?
his. I said the Suns could be one where he could fit in with Booker.
But is Phoenix? Let's see. For me, I'm looking at the key word is
Teams that could
championship contending
yeah.
team.
Hmm.
So that's why I'm like trying to strip it down and mention the specific teams because
Denver?
Denver's
I
a
said
good one too.
Denver, Minnesota, out west, Golden State. All right, we do San Antonio's a little iffy, so we don't know.
Anthony Simmons. That's the other one.
Anthony Simons.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Simons,
yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's still going to be a market for him. So yeah, and
exactly. Teach.
he can. Yeah, so he can. He's that good. Kyrie 2.0.
He's got handle, but he doesn't have. He's not that. He's still very young too. A lot of there
Yeah,
are
I said
some
that
comparisons.
last
which is
week?
a little.
I'll say that if Fireline can go to the Rucker and put on a show there, then I'll put someone in Kyrie's spectrum.
Yes, game
Because-
rebounding definitely.
So,
Or,
I mean, okay.
It's going to be
Miami,
interesting to see. I still think DeRozan has in his tank enough in his bag to help a team off the bench, maybe starting sometime if they got some injuries and stuff.
10 to 12.
He's
Yeah.
playing
Okay.
2, 3, or 4. He's versatile. That mid range is very rare nowadays. You know, people either want to go to the bucket or shoot the 3. He can shoot it from anywhere.
I got you, bro. No,
Yeah.
Kyrie-esque is different. It changes the narrative. I got you.
And they were even saying a little Jalen Brunson because of his footwork and quickness that Phylon has. So some of the comparables out there.
Wait, Blaze, how do you say it? How do you say his name?
Phylon.
There you go. Yeah.
It's hot fire, man.
There you go.
Off topic, because we talk, introduce Kyrie for a second.
It's a good word, crafty. Teach.
And people always talk about he has the greatest handles ever from the NBA. But what about white chocolate, Jason Williams?
He's definitely up there.
So
AI is up there.
AI, him.
Yes.
I could never really have a definite number one because, like you're saying, there are other guys that have different types of handles. too. Like
Jamal Crawford.
really great passers, really great ball handle. I mean, Kyrie had it all when it comes to. I mean, it's like a yo-yo on a string, and he could just play around with it, which is fantastic.
Jason Williams.
Jay Will could do it.
Jay Will. But
And
Jason Williams,
the back elbow and all the
Yes.
like. I miss razzle dazzle in NBA.
Yes.
I want that back. The
That's
Magic
my
Johnson
point.
type, no look passes and stuff. Bring that shit back.
It's a lost art.
Terrence, he was a beast, but that's why. See, you got to
White Chocolate
differentiate.
and Jay Will.
They're
Both of them
both
were really
Jason
good
Williams,
handles,
but
yeah.
it was. That's why he said, "Call me Jay Will."
And if you want to talk about someone with
Williams.
ego and God complex, White Chocolate has it. He's
Yes.
still, if you watch
He
his
still
replay,
has-
he
yes,
I mean,
he
he
does.
played high school with Randy Moss. And the dude
Yes.
even says our high school team, he said his high school team would beat any WNBA team, which I don't think about that. I don't think that much, but that's his confidence. White Chocolate's still out there saying that stuff. And he's always been that way since he came out. And he didn't take teams to championships and make a ton of all-star
It was
teams.
so
and
fun
stuff.
to watch, though. As a
Definitely
basketball
better than Jared
player,
McCain. I agree with you 100% there. Jared McCain is just a shooter.
Yo, man,
Attack the
it
rim,
just
though.
cracks
He's
me up.
crafty
Y'all
around the
60
rim.
fans.
TikTok dancer. Don't forget that. TikTok.
Yeah, he's really good at putting his nail polish on, so I'll give him that. Him and Caleb Williams can compete for that title. I'm not knocking it, to each his own. I got friends that wear nail polish. Go
My
for
daughters, when they were growing up, they would put nail polish on for me, and I was happy to do it for them.
Yeah.
Daddy cannot. Yeah. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead and practice. The fingers, the toes. Yeah, I did it all. So,
But, I mean, we're not going to talk about DeRozan half as much as we did our 45-minute LeBron thing. But I mean, it's just he can definitely help a team. Is the point that should be made, that he's not done
with DeRozan. He brings more positives than negatives.
Yeah,
there's
not a lot of distractions. He's not. He's not. He's just going to go out there and ball for you when he can.
Yeah, it's no circus.
Yeah, he can be on the Zesty Thunder all he wants. You can love and don't love him too much, Arku. Chris Middleton to the Wizards. I'm taking the show over.
There was a 6-team trade.
Yeah, that's nuts.
We're not going through all 6.
Wait, there was a 16 trade for Chris Middleton.
Yeah,
he's in it.
It was a signing trade, actually. Yeah, and Karis LeVert ended up in Milwaukee.
So
him and Tyler Hero, not bad.
Together, that was with a deal that involved Karis LeVert and Chris Middleton.
Yeah,
we're at the end of
I know Blaze has the trade. He has all the.
They're almost the Wizards are. I mean, I'm not going to say they're definitely 10 deep, but Trae Young has to. There's a big question mark about him. We talked about that a couple weeks ago.
There's always a question mark with him.
George, DeBonsa, AD, and Alex Sarr. Sarr doesn't have to score as much when he has the other two, but he can defend. Bob Carrington's a nice little backup point guard. Trey Johnson has a lot of talent, man. As a rookie, he proved it, and he can still play. Coolably can be okay. Middleton now joins this roster, and they got DeAndre Ayton too, which now is a bench player. I think works a lot better coming off the bench to reserve Czar or AD and help out. They got Justin Champagne. They got Jameer Watkins, Saphir Cooper. So the third line ain't, but they got like an 8 or 9. I could see them jumping into a play-in from where they were, something like that. And once again, as much as same as I'm talking with the Sixers and all this other stuff with the LeBron and the Jaylen Brown stuff, the team has to work well together to make this work. AD and Trey are very problematical in the past too. If they can work together with this young AJ, woo, watch out.
As long as the all shit don't happen with those two, we're good. You know.
It's the all shit Wizards.
yeah, you know,
if they can get past the all shit, they can do some damage and beat teams that people don't think they
can surprise some of the top teams too, because you know AD knows how to win at the highest pinnacle. So, and he's going to have that respect. Same thing with Chris Middleton. They are going to have that high respect in you. Look, say what you want about Trae Young. I mean, you know, ice Trae, whatever, but there's times when that boy can put it on and go to work. And you know, look, Knicks fans know personally, so you know, look,
they still chant for Trae Young.
You know, he wants to prove, and he wants to prove the doubters wrong too. The doubters have reason to doubt him right now, but that fuels fire for professionals. So
he's been trying to prove them wrong for what, 4 years now.
Yeah,
5
years? Now it's a whole new, you know, a new roster, new team. So he has a fresh start. We may see the same old Trae Young. You know, who knows?
I have an advice for you. Call Derek White and join the club. Join the club, brother. I mean, look, I got locked, so I can't talk, you know, brother, let it go. Let it go.
Agreed, 1,000%. Especially when
it's like the same thing with it's the same thing with Kevin Durant.
Yeah, when it gets a little longer and Trae has that like flopping around like he has a hairpiece on and shit.
Do you guys remember Elfrid Payton and his hairstyle?
Yeah. Well, he had a fro for a while. Elfrid Payton had a big fro for a while.
Yeah.
Just don't do what Carlos Boozer did and paint your head with the shoe polish. Wait, I will never forget. I remember watching him like, what in the actual fuck?
It's like it was just like Jaylen Brown. You know how Jaylen Brown took the hair spray or whatever and painted it black?
Okay.
Yes, it's the same.
He put his head down, people were like,
yeah, you saw it on the jersey.
Yeah. If every time he rubbed up against someone, there was a big mark.
You guys are millionaires. Go to Turkey, man. Just go to Turkey.
Say this: whoever made that hairspray, you got paid because that was.
Can you imagine being a player wearing? Look down, and be like, "What the fuck is all over my shirt? That's not blood."
The Disney movie Frozen. Yeah, my kids. I never watched it, but I dropped my kids to see it. Yes. Yeah, so that's where it comes from. Okay, let it go. Oh, okay, let it go. Let it go. Well, no, I mean, I actually heard that in the hood years ago. So, you know, let it go, brother, let it go. When you're talking about the receding George Jefferson back in the day. So I'm old school.
Easy.
Yeah, it's, you know, George, let it go. Yeah,
so look, Chris Middleton, 16 trade Wizards. All right. Donovan Mitchell's extension, we talked about that pretty much. Rios, is Kevin Durant on the move? What is going on over there?
The offseason is smokescreen season. They're trying to see if there's something like it would take a lot for them to move off from Kevin Durant because it was a 17 trade to get him to Houston. So it's going to take a lot to get him out.
Kevin Durant on the move?
Oh, no. Nah, he's not on the move.
But I can see Seth Gould being gone.
Like a Giannis or a Jaylen Brown. But now that those two are gone, he ain't going nowhere.
That little experiment down there ain't done yet. I mean, you just had that one.
Not.
I mean, you gotta get your point guard back.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
If I was anyone in that organization, I'm like, we're not going to give up on Kevin Durant just yet. They'd have to throw a lot of shit at the wall to get that up.
See if it works with Van Fleet and Steven Adams coming back.
Say what you want about Kevin, but that man is a stone cold killer when it comes to scoring. And it is hard to stop him. Sorry, it is.
Every level.
You can hate him, whatever. You can talk trash about him. But I'll tell you, even those talking trash, go out on the court and guard his ass. And you come back and talk to me. I guarantee you
that shoots from 35 feet away. Like, how do you guard that?
Smooth.
First of all, he's 7 feet legitimate, and his release is higher. So it's like you're not blocking his shot, and he has it down pat. The dribble, up, pop. Man, come on, man.
Has he had a lot of injuries? I don't remember him having too many
Yeah.
injuries.
No,
he's had
injuries.
some, but I don't think he's like
before the Achilles tear. No, it
Yeah.
wasn't talking the Achilles. He started having.
we're not talking about recurring injuries. He's injury prone.
No.
And that's he's
not like
last.
AD.
I don't think he's fallen off that far either from a couple years ago. The dude's still got every part of the game that you would want.
Because he played all year. It was until the playoffs we got that bone bruise in his knee where
when a
if you
team
get a
makes
bone, it just hurts.
when a team makes that big of a change, I normally give them at least a year. Hardly ever does someone get a big star on their team and automatically win a championship. I'm sure there might be. Yeah, it took a couple years. And that's why I'm saying pump the brakes with the Sixers, with or without LeBron. There's going to be, some growing pains, whether it lasts a couple weeks, couple months, or maybe the whole season to get acclimated to having a big-time legit star like Jaylen Brown on your team. So that's why I'm not ready to fucking give anybody a championship just for gaining a free agent, no matter who they are.
I will say this about Philly, because you guys talked about your head coach. Sorry, Reels, didn't mean to change it from the Rockets.
No,
but y'all might end up having to do what the Knicks did if it gets close. And you feel, because you now see coaching matters, which I've always said in all sports. People want to make it all about the players. And I'm not taking anything away from players. Players are extremely important, but so is coaching. Coaching can get you over the hump. Case in point, my Knicks.
I mean, there's not as much X's and O's for a coach like there is in football. But
it takes a great coach to not just win one ring, win multiple rings.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think coaches set the culture, in my opinion.
Yes.
For that team. What kind of team is,
Yes, and players buy into the culture, and then you take it from there. Yes, but
or you got LeBron on your team, and it's LeBron's culture no matter what.
So, I mean, Houston. Getting back to Houston, that's why you brought in Ime. And you saw what he did in Boston. And look, say what you want about Boston, what happened there. He's still a hell of a coach.
Hell yeah.
He wasn't a great player. I remember him on the Knicks, but he was.
We're not going to bring up Neil Long either, because I'm like, how the hell do you fumble that, man?
Oh my gosh, man! Don't go there with that, because I'm like,
every time I look at him, I'm like, how?
Fumble
Why?
it? Damn it! Why couldn't he fumble it right into my hands? Man, Neil Long, yeah. She need to be put on a plate and sopped up with a biscuit, baby. Hell yes.
He's on that Mount Rushmore. I'm like, how do you mix that up?
Yeah, William Burney. We spent the first 45 minutes on that topic.
Yeah, you can go back to that.
Yeah, and real quick, I think you got to put Minnesota and Golden State in there too as possibilities.
Yes.
That's why I think 5. They're saying 3 now, but
no, it's 5.
It was 3 to 5.
So let me ask you guys this, without going into another half an hour on LeBron. When do you think he's going to make his decision?
Today is actually the anniversary of his decision to Miami.
Yeah, that's why I want to. I'm interested where you guys think.
I really don't know. I think
it's gonna be another month.
End of summer league, probably, because at that point you're getting into training camps, you're getting into preseason. You got to have made a decision by that point, because you got to get.
Can it happen right now? I want that live reaction again. Can this happen now?
I'm just gonna say first week of August. That's my guess out of the blue. I'm saying first week of August. Ooh. There's no research or anything towards that. It's just an out of the blue guess. That's giving him another month to decide. I hope it's a lot sooner. What do you think, Coach?
Gun to my head, I'll give it 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
So mid-month.
I'll go 21 days. Give me 3 weeks.
All right. 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Rios, what are you going to take the 1 week?
When does summer?
He said the end of
right after summer league.
Yeah.
That makes the most sense, because that's when teams now are going to start ramping up for the season. But what he does doesn't always make sense.
Yeah, I mean, logically you would think that would be the deadline, but we'll see.
Just give it Monday. Mark my words.
There you go. We don't know. It could.
Why should it actually be tonight?
It's going to be as soon as this show ends.
Knowing Mitch is looking to see how it goes,
and we're going to have a week to talk about
making news.
Why does that happen? Whenever I end a live, it happens. Or like last time, Jaylen Brown.
At least we got
But-
Jaylen Brown live on
That
air.
was funny.
Mitch, that happens to me with the W show. Ask Leaf and Cade. We all do the same thing. We're like, damn it, something just happened. Yeah, exactly, it always happens. It's like, man, basketball just screws us.
I hate it. I hate it.
But the other question, which I think who brought it up earlier, is there's more dominoes waiting to fall. Like once this LeBron thing's happen,
there's a lot of dominoes.
like say he goes to Cleveland, then you're going to see Miami make some moves, and Golden State. You know, the other teams that don't get him might make a few. I don't think the Sixers need to make anymore.
What?
I need to make one more move. We got one more roster spot.
I got the big one. The big one that's really holding the league down.
What?
Since Denver just released what's his name? Will he go to the Knicks?
Who they released?
Valanciunas?
Valanciunas.
I was joking.
Yeah,
I said
Darker.
he'll hold the whole
How
league.
many years has he been in? He's been in the league a good bit.
Yeah, no, he's been for a minute.
I'll look it up. I'm actually curious.
Speaking of the W, we're one day closer to.
I was confusing him with Big Z that played with LeBron way back in the day.
Yeah.
He's been in the league. He was drafted in 2011, but he was in another pro league. 2012. He's been in the league since 2012.
That's what.
Oh, Judith.
14
Damn.
years.
Kudos to you.
On 14 years.
Yeah. Kuminga needs to get on a team. I agree with that.
But here's the thing, Nick. So when he was on that team internationally, how old was he? Because remember, he could be 13. He could be, 15.
He played the next year. So
that seems to be like one of the most needed spots on a lot of teams.
17,
backup
18.
big men.
Yeah,
there's not enough backup big men out there. Everybody wants. Hey, Sixers can use one. Knicks need one now. A lot of teams.
Knicks need two. That need one more to get three. Yep.
Backup rebound block shot type of defender.
Coach, corner three. Drummond in the corner three.
Just wait, Mitch. And when Drummond hits a corner three to beat the Sixers, you're going to regret teasing that shit.
No, I'm going to say this.
You know he's good at that.
No, this is going to be me. Corner three. That's going to be me.
Here's the thing, Mitch. All right. Yeah. And it's going to really irk you. And he comes and he really his game steps up because he's back home. Because you saw what it did to Alvarado.
Yeah, he's back home.
He's back home. Mount Vernon, New York.
Yeah,
he's from Mount Vernon, where the Knicks practice facility is at in Mount Vernon, New York. So it's like, okay, he's back there. So it's like, okay. Now I'm not saying he's going to be the Drummond when he came out of UConn. I'm not saying.
Yeah, no. He showed signs last year.
Here's the thing:
blocking shots and rebounding too.
If he can give us 8 points a game and give you 6 rebounds off the bench, that's big. Because Mitchell wasn't getting you that. And
He'll
Mitchell, don't forget, exactly.
Drummond gets fouled late in the game. It's not that much.
He may not be the greatest.
That's why
he's much
the
better
Celtics
than
took him. Hack him in.
Yes, exactly. So love Mitch, appreciate him. I'm gonna miss him.
Coach. I love you too. Thank you.
Not you. I mean, yes, I love you too. I love you too. But Mitchell Robinson, I'm gonna miss him. Appreciate because he was our son. But you know what? Sometimes you gotta let your kids go and spread their wings. Spread my wings and fly away. Yeah, you let him go. So Drummond is a grown man too. But he's an elder statesman. So
money making Mount Vernon, heavy D. There you go.
Yeah,
we kind of knew that Drummond was going to go to the Knicks because he said he loved that team. He said that multiple times. We knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. Of course, if they came knocking, why wouldn't he run? And they're the champs now, so they're going to compete at the highest level. So you at least get that. Well, I don't want to say he didn't get the opportunity in Sixers, but you feel you're going to get the opportunity in New York because they're going to compete. And you look at the East, and you look at the league, and to everyone who keeps saying the West is stronger than the East, go back and look at the number one. The Atlantic Division is the hardest division now in all of the NBA, and those 4 teams: New York, Boston, Toronto, and Philly. I truly believe when things are equal and everybody's there, no injuries, they can compete with all 4 can compete with anybody in the league. It's not going to be a dominating blowout. It's not. It's going to be games. like I said, and now if I start putting in Detroit and some of the other teams, Miami, who are going to help up the ante, it's competing with the West. So
I think you said on the stream the other day, which really stuck with me. There's more teams that can compete in the East.
Yep.
The West is top heavy with that 4 or 5 teams, but in the East now you have like 8 really good teams. I mean, Toronto just jumped up getting Kawhi. Sixers getting Jaylen Brown, ups them a little bit too. So it's like, I agree. I agree 100%. I think that is going to be one of the tough, and I want the toughest division.
Yes.
Because you want to beat the good teams.
Yes.
And then if they're in your division, you're going to play them more, and that's just going to make your team better.
Yes.
As the old saying goes, iron sharpens iron.
Yes.
Exactly.
You don't want to be in a division where you're crushing it and the other 4 suck. You're not battle tested as much as some of the other teams.
Blaze, this is old school because we can go back. Blaze and I can go back to Boston, Philly, New York when they were starting to come up back in those days. Yes, you can go back.
In the West, it was the Lakers.
Yeah, it was the Thunder. Houston didn't get there until the 90s. They were starting in the late 80s.
There's not as big of a discrepancy between East-West as people think. Not anymore.
It's not. And don't go back and look.
Indiana, you got to put them back up there again. Indiana's Charlotte surprised people last year. They're still going to be good.
Yep, exactly.
And that's Star Wars. You got from your comment to one up there. That's what I mean. It's so polarizing. It's LeBron's coming and we're winning a chip. It's hell no, we don't want him. It's up, it's down. It's great conversation for an NBA podcast in the off season.
Yeah.
Upside down.
It definitely is.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not complaining. It's giving us tons of content.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mitch, can we not have him on the thumbnail next week unless he signs?
Well, it depends. It depends.
Don't put him on even if he does sign. Make everybody come on here and be like, why don't you have him on here? No.
Put Stephen A. on there next week. Put him on the cover.
Oh, no, I don't want to get canceled. No.
And call the title. Stephen A. The title of next week, just put a big picture of Stephen A. and say, can you believe what Stephen A. said? That's the title.
Yes.
Clickbait the shit out of people. Bring him in.
I got it. Anyways, guys, we appreciate everyone tuning in. We had a great crowd today. Love every single one of you. Like, share, subscribe. Kudos to Blaze. Thank you for bringing up that comment. It was a really much needed. Shout out to Blaze, man. Shout out to Blaze.
I didn't want to because I was afraid of where it would go, but we got really good people in the chat, and all 4 of us level-headed, different backgrounds, but we do this because we love the sport. And I want everyone out there to maybe take a little bit from what I said and think, it doesn't really matter.
I forgot about that.
Skin color differentiates us, but it shouldn't separate us. That's my point.
They are cousins. They are.
When I heard that too, I was like, "Damn!" They went brown for brown. They sent one out. Got the other one.
Once the cousins removed or something.
No, they're first cousins because their grandfathers were brothers. So they're first cousins.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. Really.
I don't think that's a weird scenario for a city in 2 different sports.
Yeah.
To lose a star, another star who is his cousin.
They didn't even know. That was the thing. They didn't even know.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You find out who family is. Sometimes you go to the cookout and you find out.
You'll learn who family is.
I mean, I'm not gonna talk. I saw a story on YouTube, a judge story, and it was just like I'll just say this: it was a boyfriend girlfriend. They were in love, dating, had a child, the whole kit and caboodle. They went to a cookout, and they found out they were cousins, first cousins. And it was just like, you guys got to stop, and it was just like, but we really love each other, and it's just like I was just like, no.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not too far from West Virginia. They got a lot of that down there.
True hail, Dallas.
Hey, and that shit is real. I'm just telling you. I've seen it.
My father was born in West Virginia. My father was born in West Virginia, so I know. I definitely know. So.
It's down there, man. Not everywhere. But shout out to the chat, man. You guys have been phenomenal.
One last thing.
These things.
Steph actually came out and said, we obviously would love to play together. I mean, hopefully it happens, but he deserved the opportunity and the right to take his time with the decision.
Don't let him take too much time. Come on.
Look,
I gave
want
him
another
one
decision.
shot.
I don't want another TV episode decision. Just,
Please, no decision.
Here's my
No.
question: Is he gonna say I'm taking my talents too? Is he gonna redo the
Gosh.
whole thing again?
You
And
No,
will
he's
he
gonna
say,
I'm gonna take my
special.
I'm gonna take my taste buds
or
for the
is,
Philly
or
cheesesteak.
is he gonna say we're not gonna win one, we're gonna win 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6?
That was good.
Never
Oh,
good.
man.
Wait,
Shout
I
out
just
Drum
got
Monkey.
something.
Oh,
Too
my
much more
God.
time and he'll
Yep,
be in
it
his
is
grave.
official 16th trade.
I think he's found the fountain of youth, man. The dude. I mean, I know he's
He puts
definitely
$1 million
coloring his
on his
beard.
body every
You
off.
saw the
LeBron.
pictures of him with the Cavs, the reuniting of the Cavs team. He's all gray, and then they showed him his last game with the Lakers, jet black. Like he's dying the shit out of that stuff. He's gonna rub it off on people's jersey, maybe.
Look, LeBron, you found the fountain of youth, man. Yo,
Pass it on.
bottle that up, man.
Share.
You could probably be the richest man in the world when you're done, man. But yeah, pass it along.
Doesn't he have a tequila or something
I'll
out
buy.
there?
I'll buy. I admit it. I'll buy. I
He
will
should
definitely buy.
have named his tequila the
I'm
fountain
gonna
of
drink
youth.
this and I'll buy it right now.
Yeah, exactly. The fountain of
Magic
youth
markers.
tequila. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
So
All right, guys, we're gonna close this show here. Really appreciate every single one of you. Coach, what you got coming up tonight?
Heart of the City tonight, 9:30 with my brother NYC. So we got good sports talk and the culture segment. Top 5 conscious rappers. Blaze will enjoy that one.
Here, comment.
I remember one that would
Blaze
call
is-
himself
From New York City. From New York City. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Conscious rappers from
I
New
think
York City.
Poor Righteous Teachers, remember them?
I'm
Conscious style?
not giving out my list. I'm not giving out my list.
He's
Fair
like,
You're
I'm
not-
not giving out my list, man.
Roots are from Philly, though. Roots are from Philly, though.
Yeah,
but I would
Roots
put
are
Black
from
Thought up
Philly.
there.
Terrence,
Yes.
thank you so much. We put so much time and effort into this show.
Rock
And
him.
it's been killing it. So thank you so much,
y'all
Terrence.
they've been a big help
Yeah.
too today.
Chat's
Oh,
been
yeah.
phenomenal.
Excellent job to the
Please
chat.
keep
Everybody.
coming back. Share it out. You guys have been an amazing chat. With the crazy
Yeah.
shit we talked about, you guys hang with us. Some great cakes.
I had to do it once.
What a
Yeah.
great audience, man. It really is.
Exactly.
All right.
Well, Damien
All right.
shows up and says something stupid. Love you, Damien.
hey, Chicago Bulls are going the right direction right now.
Yeah, don't give him any ammo.
Oh gosh, please no.
Please don't.
And his football team left the
Close.
state.
End it before he pops in. End it before
All
he
right, guys. We'll
and we're
catch y'all
done.
later. Like, share, subscribe, and peace.